It's the Celtics from Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge.
Eric White, 3 points.
Sinks the three-pointer. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And here's Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a three-point game. Over in the corner, Caruso. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Nice D from Porzingis.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Brown. No good that time. Nice D from Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Dort. Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, you love the ability to stretch the floor on the jumper. Doing work, Lou Dort.
The kick out to Brown. Here's Holiday. There's the drive. Off target at the rim. Now here's Caruso. To the paint. Holmgren in the post. Nice D from Porzingis. Outside Tatum. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Add that to the repertoire of moves on the interior. KP doing work.
Outside, Dort. Stolen by Holiday. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And he gets the bucket. White's got 5.
That's what you call speed, being the difference in transition off the steal. Derek White so heads up.
And a wide open look for Alexander. And Dort stays with it.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
First team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Caruso with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
Here's Holmgren. Williams with the ball. Back to Holmgren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis. That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. .54 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Dort. Here's Holmgren. 6 points for him. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Holmgren's got 8 points.
They're making room for the big guy. I like Holmgren calling for help so he can find his shot. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
There's the screen. Caruso. And the 3 off target. To Porzingis from past the arc, and again Boston with the triple.
Now this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
Williams a screen. A wide open look here for Caruso. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Drills it from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was. And I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments. We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
And it's Brown missing. Here's Oklahoma City. Inside, Holmgren. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Pass to White. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
The kick out to Tatum. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Here's Holiday. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Pass to Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shot clock at 5. Doesn't go that time. Boston trailing. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Outside White. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Substitution for your Thunder.
Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Zinga's high post. Pass to White. And the 3 ball is good. White's got 8 points.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from 3-point, and it is on target.
Outside, Dort. .127 left in the second quarter. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, you love to see Jason Tatum using his length and athleticism to make plays defensively. That's nice.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise. Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
Here's Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
We've got futures coming your way, fans. The big one, make some noise.
24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside, Dort. Hartenstein with it. Still yet to score. Back to Dort. And taken away by Brown. 3 seconds left. Porzingis. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Celtics leading by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the Thunder now. Williams gets the bucket.
Boy, that is a heads-up play right there by Lou Dort. He sees an opening and gets the ball exactly where it needs to go.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And here now the Thunder. It's a one-point game. Pass to Williams. Back to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. So they take the lead. Holmgren's got 12.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
And finished off by Brown. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
To the inside. Here's Holmgren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
That's on Jalen Brown.
Second team foul.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
4 on the clock. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Dort wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by White. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 17 now.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Outside Tatum. Stolen by Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. Here's Holmgren. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
It's to Porzingis. And it's in there. 9 points for Porzingis.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And here is Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Holiday.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shows you he's not afraid to draw contact. Now gets to the free throw line.
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, two-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Pass to Williams. Back to Holmgren. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Off the inbound. Holmgren.
You know, that's a great example of how Porzingis can use his length to bother a shooter.
Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, no good. Now Holiday, he's got 7. To the inside. No good with the layup. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He knows every possession is critical now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And when that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. The Celtics with the lead. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
First team foul.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren gets the bucket. And that's now 18 points for Chet Holmgren.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And it's White missing.
Boy, a wide-open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Pass to Dort to take the lead. Holmgren can't hit. And here's Boston. Holiday looking over the floor. Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Holiday with the 3.
Yeah, you have to have awareness and focus. Gilgeous-Alexander looking to make an impact defensively.
Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it off.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Outside, Dort. Back to Williams. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City.
And running offense through Holmgren. Great court awareness and really unselfish.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oklahoma City?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Back to Tatum. 6 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, over the years, Tatum has really mastered the art of drawing fouls.
First one falls for.
Jason Tatum. 2 shots.
And so Tatum nails them both. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And here now the Thunder. The lead is 2. Pass to Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. At 2. Shot from the inbound. Holmgren can't hit.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Porzingis, defended by Dort. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. So they now lead by 1.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. Inside Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
SGA. That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Here's Holiday. White, wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. Pass to Holmgren. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Tatum.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now Brown. Back to Porzingis. Holmgren with the steal. .50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Up top, Tatum. We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
.23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Dort.
Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart. And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end, hand up to contest the shot.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
Yeah, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
Who poked away? Dort with a steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Dort's defense igniting the break that time. Good anticipation as to where the ball was going.
Outside Holiday. The three is up. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Here are the Thunder with the ball. Caruso outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Now the Celtics on the move. The kick out to White. Outside Porzingis. Here's Holmgren. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
White can't hit.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And Porzingis just pouring it on here from the inside.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Caruso outside. Here's Holmgren. Great D that time from Porzingis. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. He hits the second from the line. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational for him.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Lou Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
There's a minute 26 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Porzingis. White for three. Boston, no good that time either.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Dort outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Williams into the lane. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Pass to Caruso. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Celtics trail by 5. Going inside. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Boston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. So he gets them both. And last season, Brett, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Holmgren. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Now here's Brown. Whoa! Jaylen Brown, do it!
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
Dort for 3. Boston with a rebound. Shoots from the baseline. Williams grabs the board.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
The shot by Dort, no good. Boston trailing. Pass to Holiday. Outside White. Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis sets a screen. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 7. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Back to Tatum. Brown with a screen. The 3 is up. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Caruso. Williams with the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. Here's Porzingis. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Want a t-shirt? Make some noise!
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And there it is for him.
And Porzingis has that kind of touch at 7-3. He can hurt you in there.
And he gets the bucket.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Porzingis sets a screen. All alone. They get it again. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. They're going to tie it up. That one misses. Thunder leading by 3. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talent would be better suited elsewhere. Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Outside White. Pass to Porzingis. For 3. Porzingis can't get that one to fall.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Celtics trail by 5. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot.
Yeah, with his length and athleticism, Tatum has the tools to be a lockdown defender.
Here's Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Back to Porzingis. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
To the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
Celtics trail by 5. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Brown with the steal.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. But it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nice ball work there, and Porzingis finds his hands, and then the ball finds the hoop.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Now Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
The assist.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Williams from long range. They get it back. Caruso. Hartenstein in the post. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Nice. That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Boston trailing. Tatum with it. Hartenstein covering. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Tatum with a steal. For the lead. No good. Some solid defense from Williams. Pass to Dort. Back to Caruso. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And here's Caruso outside. Knocks down the triple. Caruso's got 5.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
They set a pick. Here's White. White coming through.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
To the paint. Tatum with a steal. Outside White. On the take.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Down low. Here's Brown. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
And no stranger to physical play. JV busting it up in there without fear.
That one drops. He ties it up. So it's Oklahoma City now. 1:51 left to play in the third quarter. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator to make that pass in his sleep.
There's the screen. Pass to Hauser. There's the drive. Back to Brown. Now here's Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hauser. Hartenstein pulls it in. And here is Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. .105 left in the third. Tatum looking it over. Left side Holiday for the lead. The Thunder with the rebound. Left side Williams. Dort with it. Now guarded by Brown. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he drops the first. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Williams drops them both. 34 seconds left in the third. Outside Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
An ascending superstar, Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And so Tatum nails both of them.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Pass to Holmgren. Dort outside. Launches it. Porzingis grabs the board. Left side White. With 1 on the clock. Tie game in Boston. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
27.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Let's go with a 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
On the wing, Holiday. Five to shoot. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Dort outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. Here's Holmgren. Chet going to work inside.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Williams. The rebound, Celtics.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Here's Tatum. And the layup falls.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
It's Williams, high post. Clock at 6. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. Beyond the arc. That shot off.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Holiday surveying the floor. Outside Porzingis. Left side White. To take the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Williams from long range. Hits the trifecta.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Here's Tatum. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Outside for Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea with a step. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Outside Porzingis. No good with the triple.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander gonna celebrate that one.
Outside Tatum. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. Caruso outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. Defended by Porzingis. And it's Holmgren missing. This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Caruso outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. They implored their guys to maintain their focus. The message was, don't commit any bad turnovers and no easy buckets. A simple message, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Oh, wow. Unable to get off a shot. They'll turn it over. Very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. And Boston calls time here. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Here's Holiday. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target. And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure too.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Embiid. And Gobert with a block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
And the shot goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Three-pointer. That shot is off. And here are the 76ers. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Back to George. Pass to Oubre. Randall pulls down the board. Here's McDaniels. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Now here's Embiid. It's George on the wing. Back to Embiid. And stolen by Gobert. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Joel Embiid with the board.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, BA, and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Here's Randall. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
Now Embiid, defended by Gobert. Back to Maxey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And Minnesota with possession here. Following the score by Philadelphia. 4 on the clock. Edwards for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. The 3, DiVincenzo. Walker pulls down the board. And Walker's got the ball here for the 76ers. 4-point game. Here's Embiid. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up, and that's the work of an assertive offensive player.
Oubre with a steal. "35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Walker. Now here's Oubre. And he hits it to tie the game.
I tell you, Kelly Oubre Jr. can play with confidence on the interior, and that's a result of his vertical.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Right side, McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll be back right after this.
The 76ers.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. And Minnesota with possession here, trailing by 2. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Now here's Maxey. Maxey on the wing. Back to George. The kick out to Maxey. 4-3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. DiVincenzo.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Pass to Walker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Embiid with it. Defended by Gobert. George outside. The 3 hits the trifecta. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
Here is DiVincenzo. He's got 6. Oh, Edwards, money on the triple.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a 3, he wants to come right back at you.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
Now here's Maxey. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Here's DiVincenzo. They lead by 4. Pass to Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with a three.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Nails it from 3.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Down low. Here's Reed. No good. Excellent D there from Embiid. Walker for 3. Drills it from deep. Walker's got 5 points. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And Philadelphia making a change here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Maxey. Shot from the low post is good. And now a 4-point 76ers lead. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, BA. And with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse. But some rebuilds take longer than others.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Picked it. George left side. To the inside. Oubre. 6 to shoot. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. And it's Maxey missing. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Reed sets a screen. Outside McDaniels. To end the drought. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Maxey with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Here's the floater. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Now Randall. Driving inside. 2 points. That one goes. Randall's got 5 now.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Sixers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Sixers leading. Outside Maxey. They set a pick. Oubre on the wing. To the paint. And he banks in the layup. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Boy, you love the kind of space that Andre Drummond eats up on the interior. Some guys don't play up to their size. Andre Drummond sure does.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's George. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Edwards with it. Oubre picks him up. Oh! Edwards packs it home.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Outside Maxey. Pass to George. Outside Maxey. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Maxey's got 9 points.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
McDaniels can't hit.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
For three, Maxey. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Reed. Back to Daniels. From downtown, Philadelphia grabs the miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And here's Oubre. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. And now an 8-point Philadelphia lead.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
Outside McDaniels. 5 to shoot. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Come on, get back for your Timberwolves break game.
Chris Finch has called timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. The Sixers lead by 5. Gordon outside. Back to Maxey. The 3. Inside. Here's Embiid. Randle pulls down the board. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Back to Embiid. To the paint. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Outside Reed. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Well, this is the all-around game of Julius Randle, right? We think he can score it, board it, but how about that pass?
Pass to Oubre. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Edwards. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And Gordon has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 3-point lead. McDaniels, that's good. 15 seconds left in the third. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to review the game plan. Making a change here. And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
These are his first free throws of the game. Both free throws good from Maxey.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Randle on the screen. That shot, no good. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The Sixers on top. They lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Timberwolves trail by 3. Takes it inside. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, Julius Randle, we know this, loves to finish despite being fouled. This guy will play through contact, no problem.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
Well, even halftime, they couldn't slow them down. They've been hitting from the mid-range, though, all game long.
Now here's Maxey. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Reed. And that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
Pass to Walker. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. And for the Wolves,
Embiid inside. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Gets the 3 ball to go.
pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Flat out dominant. Joel Embiid having his way tonight.
To the inside. Reed. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Here's Walker. And here's Oubre from the arc. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Randall with it. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
George outside. Oubre on the wing. Now here's Embiid. Strong finish by Embiid.
One thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
Outside Reed. Puts up a three. Randall can't hit. The Sixers lead by 3. Outside Oubre. To the middle. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Randall. Left side McDaniels. Pass to Reed. Reed sets a screen. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Maxey. Reed with the rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession. It's a three-point game. Knocks it down from distance.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Now here's Maxey. The shot won't fall. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Randall deciding where to go with it. Pass to Edwards. Back to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. To the paint. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
.40 seconds left to play in the 4th. Inside. Here's Reed. Cash.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to Maxey. Oh, offline. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall outside. No good. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce.
Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. To the right side. Back to Richards. Durant wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And, Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Back to Barnes. Latrey. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
It's a big part of what makes Harrison Barnes tick, right? Spot-up shooting off the catch, one of his truly strong suits.
Back to Booker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Back to Durant. Outside, Beal. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And it's Kevin Durant with the three.
Boy, how about the range from Kevin Durant? Dial it in from another zip code.
Barnes outside. Wembanyama left side. Just three to shoot. Down low. Here's Vassell. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And he doesn't have to worry about the clock. Vassell has such a repeatable stroke.
Booker, right side. Outside for KD. A double clutch. He takes it up and lays it in. Durant's got 5 points so far.
See how quick Kevin Durant is off the floor near the rim. That's tough to stop.
The drive by Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's KD. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
It's Vassell on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target. He has 5.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Back to Durant. To the inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Booker outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Richards. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. No good that time. Done with some nice D. And stolen by Vassell. Now Wembanyama. Guarded by KD. Right side, Fox.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Wembanyama outside. 6 to shoot. And that one is good.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game. To the wing right side. Outside Durant. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Fox with the steal. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Booker inside. Outside Durant. Done outside. Durant feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Booker. Will it go? It's blocked. They get it back. Dunn misses. Outside, Fox. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. San Antonio with the ball. Devin Booker missing his last shot. And they get it back. here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Lets it go from deep. Wembanyama with the rebound. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now here's Booker. Outside for KD. Back to Booker. Beal from long range. The rebound by the Spurs. Spurs working the ball around now. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now here's Booker. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Can they get it? Here's Richards. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Richards got his first points in this one.
Well, that's an unselfish player who definitely wants to get his teammates involved. A willing passer there, Booker.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Durant, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Wembanyama outside. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
To the middle. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Fox, and he uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got 7 points for the quarter.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Booker. And Bull wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Here is Durant. 9 points in the game so far. Allen outside. Beyond the arc. And Kevin Durant good for 3. KD's got 12.
Oh, boy. Don't allow Kevin Durant to get comfortable from there. It could be a long night if you do.
Pass to Wembanyama. Left side, Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bull sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
2 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Phoenix ball.
Suns trail by 16. Screen by Durant. Here's Booker. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
The quality decision making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Fox.
I see him.
Tries again. Outside for Wembanyama. 2 on the clock. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And so it's San Antonio in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Spurs leading by 16. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Here's Wembanyama. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Now here's Durant. He's got 12. 5 to shoot. Outside for Beal. Here's Bull. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. San Antonio leading by 18. Outside for Wembanyama. It's stolen by Allen. Booker with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Makes it out to Booker. Screen by Durant. Outside, Beal. Right side, Durant. The Suns need to get a shot off. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Left side, Fox. It's good. Fox has got 9.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Now here's Booker. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working, and the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
17 foul.
Here's KD. 14 points for him. Launches it. Oh, the silky smooth 3 from KD.
This is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Outside, Fox. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Out to the right wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Castle. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
And so Bol nails both of them. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Castle. No good on the 3.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Kept alive. Spurs leading by 13. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. San Antonio shooting just their 2nd attempt at the line tonight. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. Bulls got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when you combine Durant's size with his vision and the touch on his passing, it's easy for him.
And now the Suns, a fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Pass to Wembanyama. And the shot goes in. Wembanyama's got 23 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys. They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Here's Wembanyama. 23 points in the game. And the basket by Castle.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Allen outside. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker inside. Booker driving in for the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Here's Vassell. And so it's San Antonio going into the break with a 10-point lead. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
And it's in there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Beal gets a wide open look. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
And that's money from Beal. He's so crafty at finding space in that deep corner.
Barnes outside. Fires for 3. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Suns trail by 7. Outside, Beal. Pass to Allen. Back to Beal. Fires it up. Booker outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bo's understanding of when to look for his next level.
Barnes outside. And Barnes gets double teamed. 3-pointer, Fox. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. The Suns trailing. Booker looking around. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Booker taking the hit.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do. You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Outside Durant. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns UK team.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Allen to tie it up. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Castle. Three-pointer. And Bull pulls it down. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Booker. Pass to Beal. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And the dunk by Booker.
Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing faces him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment. No matter how big, no matter how small.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Can he keep it going? Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Another shot. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And Wembanyama, a massive player, which comes in handy on that backboard.
You throw good, Wembanyama.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Booker outside. And he drives in. And the rejection by Wembanyama. .112 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's 19 points for KD.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Spurs passing it around. Here's Castle. Trifecta.
Even in his rookie season, it's easy to see Castle's leadership.
At the elbow, Bull. Kicks it out to Booker. Outside, KD. Back to Booker. From deep. They get it again. And the dunk by Bull.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
Now, here's Fox. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Wembanyama, a screen. Clock is at 3. Here's Castle. Off target with his 3. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here.
At the line for Phoenix.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerds there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
And so it's San Antonio who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Brunson for the three. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now Brunson, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. The kick out to Anunoby. Takes the three. Hachimura grabs the miss. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. From outside off the mark. There's a screen by Achua. Anunoby. Out to Brunson. Back to Achua. Brunson outside. Just 4 to shoot. Buries it from three-point range.
Brunson making the right call. The pick and roll gets him totally set up.
Knocked loose. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Knicks on defense. Again, the miss by the Lakers.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Towns with the steal. Count that one. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
And how about Towns' activity level there? Sensing an opportunity and going for it on the steal.
Pass to Reeves. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Knicks off to a quick start here. Leading by 5. Inside. Launches a 3. And the Lakers with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
New York moving it around. Bridges misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
LeBron with the bucket.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. Down low. Here's James.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is. Rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Towns, the screen. To the paint. And Towns throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Doncic. Bridges with some nice defense. Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple seasons.
New York leading by 4. .55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Towns, no luck. Doncic left side. In the corner, it's James. Good on the three-point shot. LeBron's got 7 points in the game.
When LeBron's shooting like that, nothing you can do defensively.
And the dunk by Towns.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Out to the right wing. LeBron outside. From down in the low post, it goes. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, LeBron sometimes will show him off. The handle's right there, pretty sick, slicing up the defense that time.
Pass to Bridges. Stolen by Reeves. Here's Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. And stolen by Achua. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Lakers with possession here. They trail by 1. James looking it over. Here's Finney-Smith. Nothing on the board. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Outside, James. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
So it's New York now after the basket by the Lakers. Back to Anunoby. Bridges outside. The kick out to Towns. Brunson with a clean look. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got 9.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a
hurry. James lays it up and banks it in.
What about the courage right there? Sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim.
Anunoby outside. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, the lefty listed at 6'1", Jalen Brunson, is a bit of a different matchup. He's just so physical, and he can play on and off the ball. Dare I call it funky?
Lakers trailed by 3. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys that has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Hachimura touched it last. 1:53 left in the first half. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 5. Over Finney-Smith. No good off the back of the rim. The Lakers trail. Reeves into the lane. On the wing, James. Picked by Finney-Smith. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Left side, Towns. Pass to Achua. Out to Bridges. Drains the three-pointer. Bridges got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And stolen by Achua. And now the Knicks on the break. Back to Brunson. Pass to Achua. Brunson with it. The kick out to Towns. And the Knicks good for 2.
He's so solid from really any range, but Towns' jump shot puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Hachimura makes it off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Anunoby. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Outside, James. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Knicks up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Lakers trail by 5. Hachimura, the screen to the middle. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Nice job seeking out space from the screen. Hachimura played that to perfection.
Free throw line jump shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
The Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Anunoby. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. And here is Robinson.
LeBron James ratcheting up his intensity on the defensive end. Doesn't want to give up anything easy. It feels like Mitchell Robinson doesn't even have to jump sometimes to dunk, but man, a little showmanship from the big fella.
And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
As much as you like Jalen Brunson, he believes in himself more than you do. Confidence translated.
Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Here's Robinson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on LeBron James.
Great concentration from Robinson there. Good work to accept the contact and then keep working through it.
That one misses for Robinson. Reeves outside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brunson. Anunoby with it. Defended by Reeves. Pass to Robinson. Over LeBron. A screen dunk by Robinson.
And that's a strength of Mitchell Robinson's game, a force in the paint.
James right side. Stolen by Anunoby. Robinson down low. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A change here.
Get loud for your Lakers, you dance team. Let me hear you.
Doncic outside. Picked by Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
On the court, your
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
All right, fans, here come your Lakers.
The Knicks is making a switch here. Here's James. James absolutely owning the inside.
This is what James does. Scores the ball and does it in so many different ways.
There's a screen by Robinson. Pass to McBride. Hits it from three-point range. McBride's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
But he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Back to Hayes. Excellent D that time from Robinson. New York leading by 10. On 11 left here in the third quarter. Shaman with it. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson misses.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team.
A steal. Here we go, all alone. McBride's shot is off. And Spaz Robinson to the inside. And there's the whistle. Lakers trail by 10. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Here's James. James absorbing hits on the crowd.
And you are at the mercy of LeBron James once he gets that kind of positioning. Nice finish.
On deep, Brunson misses the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Pass to Hayes. LeBron James on the wing. Down low. Now here's Hayes. Back to James. From past the arc. And so it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over.
34. Come on, everyone.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
And you show us your best moves.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to LeBron. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Now Towns. And the shot goes in. Towns has got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Offensive rebound. Towns.
And Towns is solid at getting strong position on the glass. Terrific work.
Reeves right side. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
New York ball.
New York leading by 13. Out to Bridges. A three-pointer off the mark. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Finney-Smith. Inside. 4 on the clock. Bridges with the steal. And here we go. The fast break. Brunson's got it. Picked away. Here's Finney-Smith. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Reeves with it. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Doncic. Defended by Bridges. 6 to shoot. Here's James. It's rebounded by Towns. The Knicks leading by 9. Anunoby has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Anunoby's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Knicks. Here's James. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Going to work now from the mid-range. LeBron's going to take whatever the defense gives him.
And here is Bridges. Anunoby outside. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Hachimura. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night. Lakers trailed by 12. Kicks it out to LeBron. Reeves outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Reeves has got his first 3 points of the game.
We talk a lot about the monster games that LeBron James has and putting a bunch of points on the board, but sometimes we just forget about how brilliant a playmaker and passer he is.
Now here's Brunson. Brunson barreling in. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Reeves outside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
It's the first that brings them to within 10.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Hart has it in the corner. And stolen by LeBron.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Bridges inside. From deep, Brunson misses the shot. And so it's the Knicks with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge,